morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Mr. Realistic here this early Saturday morning. I came across a great learning chart right here for a lot of us who are trying to learn our moving averages and everything, how the charts work, and the impact of each of these indicators and why I believe in them so strongly. And without further ado, let's get into it as they go along. Okay, so we are looking at a crypto IOTX up in the top left corner. This is uh, with the USD, so US dollar. Okay, I am very bullish on this at the current moment because of the four crossings. Okay, so you have the 8 day moving average, which is green. You have the blue, which is the 21 day moving average. You have the yellow, which is a 50-day moving average. And then you have purple, which is a 200-day moving average. Now, let's work backwards, okay, so you can understand my thought process on this, please. So as we wait for this, as it comes in, this is the 5-minute chart up here. So each candle is 5 minutes. So if we go backwards here, when the 200, the purple is on top and all the indicators are below it, it is considered very bearish, okay? So we want the 200 on the bottom, okay? Because you can see when it's on the top, the price continues to drop. All right, since this is a 5-minute chart, it's a lot to scroll out. So we'll start here. So notice it's on the bottom, look how it goes up. Notice how it's on the top, we want it below, okay? Oh, yes, keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. I am purely doing this for entertainment purposes. Please do your DD before you do that. Anything. All right, so keep that in mind. This is just for entertainment. All right, so as we're going through, all right, look when the cross is over, the price is going down, so you don't want that on top. So as we move through, look, it came over top here. Very, very bullish once it makes that crossing, okay? We're about to get that crossing here very shortly. Now, I will show you this as it moves on, why this came back down into this zone. Um, it is, oh, we got 1 minute till it gets closer. So a lot of people say, oh, I bought at the top or whatnot. No, it's just building that step, all right? So it's 8:09 Eastern time. So once this 8:10 comes, you'll see this get a little closer. So let's watch that as it comes in. Let's bring this up, see if I can get some seconds. Okay, so we're at 20 more seconds until that happens right now. All right. Notice how the price is just staying right there. It's going to start to increase the closer it gets. Built its first step. Um, okay, we're looking at it 5 seconds now. All right, so 8:10. All right, see how they're moving closer together? All right, so they still haven't crossed yet. So we'll come back to this in a moment. What we want to see is the 50 come above, all right, and the 200 stay below it and come up. All of these indicators come together. Now you'll see the green, blue, yellow, and purple is a sequential order that we want. And those are the 8, 21, some people use 20, 50, and 200 day. All right, that's the order you want. See, look, we're already starting to build it up here. Now, as we wait for the next 5 minutes, as it gets closer and closer, it's probably going to take about 15 minutes for this to happen anyways, but you can see the price is already building and going up right now, right? It built its step, and people see that this is coming in right here, all right? Keep in mind, this is the 5-minute chart, so this is more of a daily swing, but the reason I'm using it is because I want to show you in the quick order of why it impacts. So let's go back to why it didn't break out right there, all right? Because the 5-minute chart is on the bottom of the totem pole of the 15, the 30, the hour, the daily, the weekly, okay? So the weekly is your strongest right there, okay? So if we looked at that, we know that the weekly is very strong, all right? Because IOTX hasn't been along very, I mean, look, it's only been around since August, okay? So you don't have the other moving indicators because they don't have that time frame yet. Okay, so if we look at the daily, all right, they don't have the 200 yet because it hasn't been around that long yet. All right, so it you got to kind of work with it when they don't. But this is the order that you want to see when they're prevalent. Okay, now let's look at the hourly. Okay, the hourly, as you can see, all right, we've got the 200 now on the bottom. Okay, and we've got the 50 here, and we're waiting for a true 8 over 21, so the green over blue, which is going to come soon. Um, you just have to wait. But look what happens. Okay, the 200 has been on the bottom the whole time. Look how it bounces off the 200. That's strong. Okay, so as we go up, look at the order. Okay, green, blue, yellow, purple. All right, when that gets mixed up, it comes down. Okay, so first indicator of it getting mixed up is 8 under the 21, then both of those going under the 50. Okay, and then going under the 200. You don't want that. That gets really bearish. All right, so as we go, notice they bounce and that same order continues up. All right, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so that's about to happen again right here on the hourly. Let's zoom in on that. Okay, as you can see, we're just moments away from getting a true look at they're kind of tied together, and I'll show you why they're tied as well. Okay, and this will lead to a long-term bounce or the next long-term push. All right, so let's go to the 30 minute. All right, so we're working backwards. So the 30 minutes. So currently we have the 200 on top of the 21 and the 50. The um, the 8 just crossed over. I mean, all of these are super duper close. Okay, so as soon as the 21, the 50 cross over the 200, and they get in that green, blue, yellow, purple order, all right, this becomes very bullish as well. Waiting for that confirmation. That's when you'll start getting the breakout. Notice the MACD is turning up as well. Stock meter right here is going up as well. All right, so each one of these candles is 30 minutes, so it's going to take a little bit for this one, a couple hours probably. Um, but it's in the works too. So today's definitely going to be a good day for IOTX based on these. All right, so now we're at the 15, all right? So we have the 8 on top. We're waiting for the 21 to come above the 50 day right here. And then notice 200's on the bottom. So that's a very good sign as well. So this is 15, 30 minutes away. Let's just say 30 minutes away so we get a true like can truly see it. All right, so that's about 8:45. Oh no, that's not true. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time um, for that one, for the 15 minute. Okay, now let's go back to the 5 as we're approaching. Notice how it's already going up. Built that leg. There you go. Just clicked 5 minutes. Like I said, it's probably going to go about cross. I'd give a true definition cross in about 15 minutes. All right, so we're going through those. All right, so as we wait for this one to build and everything, there's a lot of moving parts to reading these charts, okay? Because you can't just rely on one time frame. You kind of have to look at all of them and see what all of them are doing. You want to look at the weekly and see where the weekly stands, okay? Because that one's the hardest to change, all right? It takes one candle is 1 week. Now, if we're moving along, all right, and you've got a great week, you check the daily, see how the daily's lined up. All right, and then you look at the hourly and you work your way backwards and see where we're at, okay? Because the 5, the 15, those 30s, those are easy to change. Those, I mean, because each candle is represented by their minute. So those ones don't, here we go. It's boosting up already. It's going to fly up soon. Um, so that's why it's so important to look at the stronger indicators first, because that's why this one will change so frequently. Um, it's just working with the higher ones as well, helping that higher time frame, okay, make its way up, kind of going from there. All right, so now we made it to 3-3. It's gonna blow up at one point and just fly up. pretty high. That'll push the indicators up faster as well. All right, but it'll also use more RSI, relative strength index. So as this is moving, let's go look. I like to look at the daily RSI. Um, it's the true RSI indicator in my opinion. It gives me the most relative strength based on the chart being that strong. Okay, so previously on November 4th, we got all the way up. Let me make these a little bit bigger. Hard with a smaller screen, just the laptop. All right, so we got roughly a 94, 95%, okay? And that's 70% overbought. So now we're sitting at 63, 65%, okay, on the daily. So this is in for a really, really good run, all right? Now we don't want just this huge candle spiked up because look what happens. I mean, we went from nothing over here. Let's follow the RSI on the daily. We went from 58, okay? And then we started moving up. And then watch when the spike comes in. We're 55. That spike sent us all the way up to 91. All right, that's a huge one. You rather build it gradually. So you just tap out. So it tapped out in 2 days because it shot that RSI up too high. And then look how long it took for it to recover. 4 days until the next spike. All right, so you're here at 52, and we had a 2 day spike, and then sent it to 72. Now it's kind of consolidating, so we're going to get another big one. It's probably going to spike hard again, knowing crypto. But what you rather see, let's get the trusty pen out here. So what you'd rather see instead of these straight up, straight downs, because there's no support level really built, what you'd rather see is to go up here, okay, and then come down halfway. It's that 50% retracement up, 50% retracement up. Okay, and this keeps the RSI cool while you move up. All right, you're not getting those immediate crazy gains, but you eventually will make more profit in the long run. That's why it's so important. All right, looks like my battery is running a little low. Let's see, we're about 1 minute away from the next one on the 5. Let's get that up and looking, all right, because we're getting really close. Notice the large candle coming in. We're at 3.5 now. Okay, we'll probably hit 3, 4 here soon as this crosses, gets closer. All right, bear with me as I get my charger. I'll wait until the 820 comes in so we can watch it go together. Let's see here. All right. Oh, here, I didn't even notice the seconds thing down here. That works too. All right, so we're about 5 seconds away. All right, 2, 1, and now we'll get. All right, so yep, we're looking at that 8:30. Here it goes. It's getting really pumped. It's about to get going. All right, so while we're while we're watching this in the moving averages, we really want to make sure of the order. And I can't stress that enough. And that took me a long time to figure out, going and looking over the charts, is that sequential order is essentially what makes everything go. Okay. You could have green, blue, and yellow, so 8, 21, and 50, but if that 200 is on top, it's not going to break that on the first go around, I've noticed. So it's really, really important that we make sure that we have the correct order, all right, so that it can break. It'll bounce. We saw what it did when it bounced off the 50 or the 200 and up, but it does the same thing if the 200's on top. It bounces and then it goes down. All right, that's when you'll get a lot of people taking a short position. So as we wait for the next confirmation to come in, let's go to a longer time frame here. Notice the price is almost at the 3, 4. Okay, so and look at we're getting more of a true. And the other indicator as well before I get into the 200 is if one indicator is going down, they you want all four to go up. So until the 21 makes a true turnaround, all right, it's going to continue to slide. Look how it gets so close. They need more of a sideways and then an upwards action here. All right, so let's go. Let me see. Oh, you know what? The hourly, it's so new, it's so fresh that it doesn't have a over there. Okay, so let's look at this. Might even have to go back to the 5 because this is so new. All right, I mean, we can use this. Okay, so you take a long position, or I would take a long position right here, okay, hypothetically, okay? And once we saw the peak and that this is coming down hard, and then especially the 21 hard, it's a clear indication that we're starting to hit peak, okay? Once they cross below, you're like, nope, this is a one, and this is it. There's not going back up for a while, okay? Once it goes below the 200 right here, okay, especially all three of them, okay, notice we're bearish. This is a easy long-term short position right here. That's why you'll see a lot of shorts come out and everything. I mean, just look when it's below the 200. There's no way it's coming back up, even if they get these little spikes. If you took a short position right here and wrote it all out until you got a spike right here, you're making some pretty good money because you know it's going to continue to go down. All right. So you're going to get a lot of heavy resistance if you're a long-term investor during those times. Okay. Vice versa, you obviously don't want to be in a short position here and early on the 4 breakouts right here, like what's about to happen right now. Look at there's 3, 4. There it is. All right. So we're about a minute and a half away from another breakout. Okay. So trying to zoom out the best of my ability on here. So let's look at the 15-minute right now. Okay. We have now have a true confirmation of green, blue, yellow, and purple. That's our 8, 21, 50, and 200. Okay. Let's look at the 5. Okay, we are very close, obviously. We're probably, like I said, 8:30 away. Got about 50 seconds. I'll keep it on here. So we're going to come up on this one. We're going to build our next step. You'll definitely get a huge spike. And then let's watch what happens. We're going to have to, after this one crosses, we're going to go to the 30-minute because it's 30-minute. And then I think the hourly is super close. It was just running parallel. Once that big spike happens, then we'll be running in sync. All right, so let's see, we've got 20 seconds left right here. All right, let's see. All right, so get the top, it's fine. All righty, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so yep, 8:30 is going to be the cross they are touching now. You're going to see a huge push starting to happen, or you're going to see the next step being built right here. I think people are going to start buying personally. Let's move over to 15 because that'll be in 5 minutes as well. So this will be more pronounced. 30-minute, okay? 30-minute hits at 8:30, obviously. All right, notice this. This is the 3 white horsemen. That is the formation when there are, actually it's 4 technically now, but 3 would be right here. This is a bullish sign when you have 3 green candles in a row, obviously. Um, okay, so I'd say 9:30 on the 30-minute because we're still waiting for the 21. 21 will come above at the 8:30 mark. Then we need this. It might even be 10 o'clock. So, and then we have the 50 we need over the purple right here. Okay, so as we can see, we're hitting that 34 area right there. Let's look at the hourly. We know the daily and the weekly are good to go. This is running parallel. All right, look, we're starting to get really, really close right here. Too zoomed in. All right, but they're going both upwards, which is extremely bullish. Then as the 50 curls up right here as well and starts running with it, going to be extremely bullish. And then as we get to 200, which is down low, notice this is even starting to curl up as well. Once all those start going up together, it's going to fly up. Okay, so it's get a little bit. 200 takes a lot more to move. 50 is going to be next after these two. So this is going to be great. So we're rolling up here. Okay, this is going to be more pronounced on the 9 o'clock hour because we're on the hourly chart. Okay, we've already broke this area right here. 30 whole numbers are always going to be um, resistance areas. So if you're always looking to sell, you never want to sell on the whole number. So if you're like, oh man, I want to take profits of 50, that's usually what everybody's thinking. So I'll usually just do a couple cents beforehand, lock it in, so I don't have to worry about that because it might not get there because of the resistance level right there. Okay, so same goes for like 25s, 50s, you get the picture. All right, so let's see here, 27. Let's go back to the 5. So we're going to want to look at the 5, 15, and 30 since we're coming up on the 30 mark here. All right, so we're going to be looking for a long-term cross on the 5. Okay, golden cross. We're going to be, well, that's right, 15 already hit, so this will just become more pronounced, and we'll start to see the 50 curl up next, and then the 200 later down the road. All right, and then on the 30-minute, we're going to see the 21 come above the 200, okay, and then we'll see the 20-inch closer to above the 200 as well. All right, notice that these are going in the upward direction is definitely what we want. MACD right here as well is nice. It's bouncing off that 0 range and coming up, and it's going to be very, very, very bullish here soon. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what we've got. We've got 1 minute left on the um, 5, 15, and 30-minute charts. All right, let's see here. All right, building that step. Okay, we've got 40 seconds left. So I don't think it's going to build the step right here. I think once this crosses, people are going to start pushing it up. We'll get this. We'll hit this, and then we'll do this again. Okay, because the 30 still has some time to go. 15's already there, and then hourly will be more pronounced and it'll be really good to go. So basically what we're waiting for is the 5 to be official, which is about to happen, and then we're going to be waiting on the 30 because the 15's already there. Then once all those are a go time, this thing's really going to start moving. The next thing that we would look at once all these are in sync is the 50 coming up on all the indicators. There you go. There's cross more pronounced in the next 5 minutes. And then we're going to be looking at the 200 to continue upwards as well. Okay, so that's what we'd be looking on next. So, yep, we're officially in the 3/4s. Good here. Let's check the 15, more pronounced. What we want to see is these ones start to curl up with the 8 and 21. Let's look at the 30-minute. All right, 30-minute, there it is. Okay, so the 21 crossed above the 200, very bullish. Look how close we are now at a long-term bullish crossing. That is the 50 over the 200, okay? So that's going to happen. Um, let's just be safe and say an hour from now at 9:30. Oh, there you go. Look at these spikes coming in right now. It's crazy. So huge bull rush is within us right now for IOTX. I mean, the volume's starting to pick up. You can see the ticker just go up and down, get pushed up and down. Um, you're just going to see a huge spike here shortly. Once all these keep going, I'll stay on for another 5 minutes. Just so that we can see the volume spike, hopefully. I mean, it's going to be it's going to hit people's scanners. So there are scanners that we can use, and I'll show you as we go through this. All right, so down here we have scanners, and you can use these to find what you're looking for. So really cool. You can do stocks, you can do crypto, you can do everything. OTC, all right, like I have an OTC scanner. Unfortunately, I don't have time for that right now. But if you're ever looking for momentum, that's why. Look, we're at 34 and a half. All right, so I'm going to do crypto just because we're doing that right now. Okay, and we're going to switch over. Now, um, it'll show you your moving averages rating. So what we're going over right now. All right, so this ox would they're saying is a buy based on there, and then we get strong buys right here. We can filter these as well as we're going through. So if I hit filter, all right, I like to use, I found Coinbase Pro is really nice. I was using Binance US a little bit. I just didn't like it. I mean, they hold your money for 10 days. Pain. I mean, it wasn't my thing. So I just use Coinbase. It works really well. Um, then we can use all the volume that we're looking for, any changes in the percentage, um, changes to the time frame. So we click this, all right, and say we're looking for a change in the 5 minute, and we do this and we put it in. It'll search that for us as well. Let's see here. Gap percentage, volatility, relative strength index. We're looking at the finding something that's in that 50 to 60 range. Okay, and this is the cool part. Okay, so here's the moving averages that we've been going over. Okay, so we can search if they're above, below, all those things. These are the days that they use right here. I like to use the SMA. So I would look for like the 10 and the 20 crossing for short term, and then all these, and then we can put them over here. All right, um, stochastic. That's that bottom indicator right above the RSI. I mean, all these things. I mean, it's crazy. So it's something to play around with once you understand all of them. I haven't even played around with them yet. Okay, but it's pretty cool. So let me X out of the settings, filters. Oh, 35. There we go. Um, okay, so what I would do for me is my crypto screener. So I've got everything set to Coinbase. All right. Click this. What I would want to switch is the currency, but let's see. Did I just overlook the currency exchange? Volume's a huge thing. You want to make sure you have a lot of volume coming in. All right. I don't. Oh, I guess I can just type it in. Maybe. All right. So it's probably on a different. Oh, oh no, I have to go through. I haven't really messed with this one at all. Um, but you can put just like USD in the search thing right now. Come up. Okay, there we go. So we're at strong sells based on the moving, so you wouldn't want to mess with those, obviously. So go to strong buys. Okay, there it goes. This thing is moving and grooving. All right, there's another 5. All right, more pronounced on the long term. All right, so as we're going here, these are going to continue to move. This will show you the price. This will show you the simple moving averages. Okay, that all these are at. What I would do, so I'd change these up and put volume. I'd have to look up the volume statistics to see what type of volume we need to look at. But let's just click on some of these. All right, so ARPA. Okay. I could tell you right now that I would not. Well, this is a 5 minute. Let's go to the hourly. Hourly is way more important. So let's work backwards here. So let's start weekly. Let's look at the weekly on this. Okay. This has not been around more than what looks like a month. Okay. So you're not going to get a lot of these MAs that you really want to look at. Okay. As we look at this, this is not a play we want because look how the indicators are going below the 30. Okay. All right. They're going to dip down or below the 50, excuse me. It's going to go below the 50 there too. So this is not a good play. I don't know why that's strong, but these are why we continue to go through them. Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right, so hourly, very bullish. It just made the crossing. Okay, very good. Let's go to the daily, see what we got here. All right, once again, hasn't been around. The weekly is going to be pointless. All right, so based on the hourly I would go by, we are very good shape. Um, we're waiting for that 50 to come over the 2A. Looks like it actually did slightly, so that's going to continue to go. Volume's going to increase because of the indicators. Fly zone, very good. All right, so this thing looks solid. So next thing you'd want to look at is volume. Um, Based on what's coming in, it's going to pick up, in my opinion, because this thing's going to go. Let's look at the last time we're going through here. Okay, so it's so new, you only had two moving averages, and then you hit up the 50, okay? And then the 200 just came in. But as you can see, if they're staying in the green, blue, yellow order, it's going up, vice versa if it's below. So now this is going to sky up. This is going to hit 40 cents and move beyond. Okay, so that's the CRO USD on Coinbase. All right, but that's how you can use a crypto screener as well. Um, yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Let's hide that. Let's go back to our IOTX. Hey, what do you know? We're in the 3/6s. Man, gotta love this stuff. So back to the relevance of this and toner and all our other ones really. But why I'm so big on toner this week is because all these indicators are coming in for toner. All right. Toner is getting all these by next week. All right. It takes crypto's 24/7. It's running constantly. Okay. The stock market is not. It is during our business hours. So, all right, flying up 36 and a half. I told you all this is going to be nuts. All right. Waiting on the 30-minute right here. 30-minute might actually look how the 50 is starting to curl up because of the volume pickup and the SP pickup. Okay, so popping up right here as well. Very beautiful. We already know this is bullish. 5 minutes bullish. Why it's all going up. So the only thing that this is waiting for right now is the 30-minute, which we might get the crossing actually at 9 o'clock. So while this is going on, you can keep an eye up here if you want to see the price. I'm going to bring up toner, okay, and why I believe that this is going to get going this week really hard. Um, let's see here. Toner. Oh, look at those spikes. You see the spikes going up? Those are volume spikes. All right, it's pretty cool, pretty fun to watch. Okay, so here's toner. Okay. So this is just a resistance bar right here. Okay. So if we look at toner, all right, this is the 5 minutes, very low volume. Okay. We've had very low volume across, no surprise. All right. So let's bring toner up to the weekly and let's work backwards. Very zoomed in here. Okay. So toner. All right. We have our extremely zoomed in here. Okay, so weekly right here. All right, we've got our 8, 21, 50, 200 bull. Let's go to daily. Okay, daily is coming in. All right, it's coming in 1 to 2 days. All right, then it's a bull. All right, just like IOTX, like we saw on the other indicators. Okay, as soon as that happens, bull. Okay, let's bring out the MACD. Look how the MACD is just running together right now. It's just waiting for that crossing, then it's going to come up. Now let's go to the hourly. Okay, okay, hourly. All right, here's the 200 coming across. It's actually running right along. So what we're waiting for here is the long-term crossing. 50 is going to come up and over. This is going to turn around and go up and above, and then that's good to go. So Tuesday seems like a beautiful day for toner. Okay. So once this comes up, this is going to pop up as well. All right, 30-minute, okay? 200 cross below, 50 above. All these are going to start to turn up because of the hourly as well. Okay, this is going to create the hourly to go up. All right, and then 15-minute, okay? These are below for now. It's going to turn up. Remember, the shorter time frames turn around a lot quicker, okay? So, I mean, look at this. Toner. Let's zoom out. All right. So what's going to happen here? All right, we're going to come through here. This kind of runs sideways, and then this is going to boost up, especially with pink current coming in. So that's going to boost up and turn that around. So this will turn around, okay, which will have these two turn around. It'll be done on Monday. And then you've got these coming up. We'll continue to go up on the 30. Then the hourly is what we're really waiting on for next. Okay, so this will happen on Monday, later in the day. Okay, so we'll have this crossing. This thing is zooming on up. That's beautiful. And then we're going to want these to zoom up with it, above it, in the green, blue, yellow order, and then purple at the bottom will start to come up as well. And then the daily is the end all be all for this sucker. Already moving beautifully, beautifully. Remember, this is a stronger indicator than the 5, 15, 30, and hourly. So this is about to cross up hard. That's going to cause this 21 to curl up hard, and these ones are already going hard. This thing is going to run like a beast. And then lastly, you got the weekly, and we already know that's bullish AF. All right, so let's go back to IOTX, just take a little peek in. It's got a couple more minutes till the 30-minute really makes that crossing. All right, so let's see here. All right, so looks like we're building the step in between. Let's go backwards, bull. All right, bull. So we're making that first step right here as we get going. And so notice we created this, which created a step, which create here, which get a step, and we'll go because we still have 15 minutes until the 30-minute crossing. And then this thing's going to be good to go. All right. So I know a lot of you would freak out and say, oh, it's crashing. Oh, it's going to burn. Notice how it's bouncing off of the 8MA right here, by the way. Nope, just building that step. This is 5-minute. Okay. So 1, 2, and then back up. It'd be like 3. Yeah. But yeah, as soon as that 9 o'clock time comes in, this thing is going to be really, really bullish. All right, so crossing over, this will be more pronounced on the 21, and then this is going to come really close. 9:30, 10 o'clock, you're really going to start seeing this thing explode up. All right, going to be really fun to watch. I'll try to get this uploaded as quickly as possible so you all can give it a peek as it gets going. It's going to be exciting. All right, everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Hope you I hope this helped you understand how I use those moving averages and how they tie into my OTC plays. Why I am so bullish on Toner this coming week. It's going to be super exciting. All right, everybody. Have a good one.